What's up, guys? EJ here, back to do another update for September 9th, 2011. So I've got 10 new movies to show you, and it's a very special update for one particular reason, but I've got 10 awesome action films to show you, all from sort of like the late 80s, early 90s, ones from the 2000s, but some great action movies. So this is going to be my action updates. So up first we have Cliffhanger from 1993, directed by Rennie Holland. I think one of Sylvester Stallone's best action movies, sort of non-Rocky, non-Rambo. John Lithgow is great as the villain. Really cool movie about sort of a rock climbing guide who has to is forced to find suitcases of money that have fallen from the airplane by these criminals led by John Lithgow. Like I said, Cliffhanger, one of Stallone's best in my opinion. Okay, up next we have Collateral Damage. You're gonna see a lot of Arnold in this update. Really, I thought this was a really good movie from 2002. Arnold gets involved once his wife and kid are killed in a terrorist bombing in Latin America. I believe it got delayed because of 9/11, and it came out in the summer or spring of 2002. I enjoyed this film. Really one of his last action movies before he became governor. That's Collateral Damage. Up next we have Death Warrant from 1990. Jean-Claude Van Damme, at peak of his powers as a undercover cop in a maximum security prison. A lot of Van Damme in this update as well. A lot of these movies you'll be like, EJ, how can you not have these movies, dude? So I'm rectifying that. Up next we have Eraser from 1996. Of course, another really enjoyable Arnold film with Vanessa Williams and James Caan. I remember seeing this in the theaters when it came out. The guns that they used, they shoot the green lasers, were friggin' awesome in this film. And it's a good little action movie about erasing witness protection program, people's identity, and so on. Good action thriller all the way around. Okay, up next we have another Van Damme classic, and that's Hard Target from 1993, directed by John Woo. Awesome film set in Louisiana, where Lance Henriksen basically hunts veterans for money, and when he goes up against Van Damme, who has a very French name, as I recall from this film, and it was John Woo's first American action film, I believe, at the time. And I always remember Arnold Vosloo, the guy who played the Mummy in the Mummy films, is in this as well. Very good movie, and one very similar to it will be coming up. Up next we have Last Action Hero from 1993. Who directed this? John McTiernan, one of my favorite action directors. Now this got a lot of shit when this came out, but I have grown to really love this movie over the years. It's fun, it's cheesy, it totally plays on all the action cliches in all of Arnold's movies. There's some great stuff with him looking at in a video store, Sly Stallone as the Terminator, stuff like that. He plays sort of the action star in real life. This little kid, F. Murray Abraham, is the villain. I really enjoy this film. The stunts in this movie are great. That's why I like it so much. Okay, up next we have another Arnold classic, and that is Raw Deal from 1986. Great movie about a FBI agent who has to infiltrate the Chicago mob, sort of to get back at the killing of his boss. Very cool movie. I believe Robert Davi is in this. He's one of the the main villain's sons. Arnold kicking ass and taking names all the way up and down. There's great music involving the Rolling Stones. This song right here. The scene involving this song I just love. Okay, another Arnold classic, and that's Red Heat from 1988. Directed by Walter Hill, starring Schwarzenegger and James Belushi. First American film to ever film in Moscow's Red Square, according to this. And Arnold plays a Russian detective who goes to Chicago to track down a Russian drug smuggler. Not his best, in my opinion, but you gotta have it if you're an Arnold fan, and I am. Up next, we have Sudden Death from 1995. This is actually one of my favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme films, and not just because I'm a hockey fan. Great movie. It takes place in I forgot the name of the Pittsburgh Arena, but Stanley Cup Finals game between the Penguins and the Chicago Blackhawks. And this movie is pretty brutal, man. Like, first half hours, like, everybody dies, man. It's pretty awesome. Powers Booth is great as the villain, sort of holding the vice president hostage in the owner's box. And Jean-Claude, along with his two kids who are at the game. A fire marshal who has to bring down the bad guys. I've always loved this film. Next to Bloodsport, this is probably my favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme film. And last but not least, and the 10th DVD of this update, and more importantly, this is my 2000 DVD or title. Now my DVD aficionado page says I have a lot more than 2000, but my official count is 2000 with this movie, and that is Surviving the Game from 1994. Awesome movie. I just love this film. I actually like it better than The Hard Target. Very similar story. Ice-T, Rutger Hauer, Gary Busey, F. Murray Abraham, John C. McGinley, Charles Dutton, about a homeless guy who thinks he's catching on, getting a job with this rich businessman on a hunting trip, but it turns out that he is the actual prey, and very similar to Hard Target. And I just love the characters and the performances in this movie, and the action scenes are great. And probably one of the only Ice-T movies I'll ever own. Gary Busey, of course, awesome. So those are my 10 action movies. Finally reached a 2000 DVD plateau. So there you have it. Let me know what you think of these. I'm sure you've seen a lot of these films. Can't believe it's taken me this long to get these in most cases. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.